Trillanes nagsampa ng drug smuggling case laban kay Pulong Duterte. Nagsampa si dating Senador Antonio Soni. Trillanes Kerfo sa Department of Justice DOJ ng drug smuggling case laban kay Davao City Reverend Paulo Pulong Duterte at iba pa. Bago magsampa ngayong araw, nauna nang sinabi ng dating senador noong Martes sa programang At the Forefront sa Bilyonaryo News Channel ang kaniyang plano. Bukod kay Pulong, inireklamo rin ni Trillanes sina Mans Carpio, Charlie Tan, Nick Faeldon, Allen Capuyan at iba pang miyembro ng Davao Group. Ito ay kaugnay umano sa 6.4 billion shabu shipment na nahuli noong 2017.
Utos sa kanya. What does that make of Alice Guo's statement before?
Kasi yung sinasabi niya before na wala siya pinalaman sa Congo, lahat yung kasinungalingan dahil even yung names ng incorporators for both Zuniwan at Hong Sheng, siya nagbigay. Yung material, yung testimony ni Nancy Gamo, dahil nakikita natin yung active participation. In fact, siya yung tumawag, siya nagpasilito. Sinungaling siya na naman. At sanay na tayo because lahat naman, even dininay niya yung kakilala niya si Nancy Gamo. Even si Nancy Gamo nagsabi na sinungaling siya.
Sir, habang dulo sir yung AMLAC, 200 million lang daw yung nakuha. Tingin niyo sir, dapat magkano yung...
Well, kung billion kasi yung pumasok para magpatayo, I'm assuming dapat billions rin yung mga sa bank accounts. Obviously, I'm not careful sila sa kanilang sinasabi kanina dahil nag-investigate pa sila. But importante kasi yung money laundering act. People might not appreciate that thoroughly. Pero importante yun. Yung pera kasi ang papatakbo sa lahat. Dapat malaman natin kung paano makapasok. At sino tumanggap? Obviously, sinabi nila si Alice ko yung central figure na nakatanggap ng pera. But as to the amount, at saan natin yan pa yung pending sentence.
Well, nakita naman natin sa mga hearings, no? Kasi matagal yung PUB modernization, nagkailang beses nagka-hearing, pero sa nakikita natin magulo pa. No, yung consolidation ng routes, consolidation and rationalization of routes, hindi pa tapos hanggang ngayon. Yung supplies, pero ang pinakaki rito na nakikita ko, yung success of the POV modernization will depend on the financing, sa financing scheme. Kasi hanggat 2.5 to 2.8 billion ang isang modern jeep, napakamahal, hindi kaya ng ordinary jeepney operator siya. Kailangan mahanapan po natin ang solusyon kung paano natin ito, halimbawa, may bababa yung amortization, kung longer payment scheme, kung may bababa natin, mas mabuti. So, not unless, yung 3 factors, no? Rationalization of routes, yung supply, tulungan natin dapat yung local, i-prioritize natin yung local as a manufacturer sake. And last but not the least, yung nakasalalay ito sa financing scheme.
Romualdez, the members of the Diplomatic Corps who have been invaluable partners in this entire process. And once again, I thank you for your continued interest and support. Chief Minister Ahud Ibrahim and the members of the Bangsamoro government, fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are gathered here to celebrate what is a significant milestone in our collective journey towards the success of Bangsamoro region. This ceremonial turnover of the Third National Government Bangsamoro Government Intergovernmental Relations Body, or IGRB Progress Report, is a testament to our fruitful partnership and enduring commitment to peace and development. The operationalization of all 7 IGRB mechanisms is pivotal to the smooth implementation of the provisions and principles laid down in the Bangsamoro Organic Law. With the said bodies established, we now possess the necessary platforms to ensure greater collaboration, coordination, and cooperation between the national government and the Bangsamoro government in pursuing our shared goals and endeavors for our people. Through these mechanisms, we have witnessed significant achievements. First, the qualification and commissioning of former MILF and MNLF members into the Philippine National Police. Second, the inclusion of the proclamations granting amnesties to former members of the MILF and the MNLF, which was issued last November 2023 and concurred with by the House of Representatives and the Senate. Third, is a successful turnover of various properties and assets of the national government within the BARM to the Bangsamoro government. And lastly, the signing in July last year of the Intergovernmental Energy Board Circular on the joint award on petroleum service contracts and coal operating contracts in BARM. These peace and development milestones are part of our collective efforts to lay the groundwork for effective governance and meaningful autonomy in BARM. I am confident that we are on the right path to building a more peaceful, stable, and prosperous Bangsamoro region as we find responsive solutions to the remaining issues and concerns that still need to be addressed. I am confident that the IGRB shall continue performing and executing its mandate pursuant to the principles and provisions of the Bangsamoro Organic Law. Maximize the established mechanisms as a conduit for identifying and resolving issues, ensuring judicious use of resources, and learning about best governance practices for BARM. Sustaining and ensuring that our progress remains resilient amidst political transitions is absolutely crucial. With the forthcoming elections, I urge the Department of Budget and Management Secretary and co-chair of the IGRB to expedite the finalization of the IGRB Manual of Operations and Resolution of Identified Issues. The manual will clarify the roles, the functions that facilitate a proactive monitoring of issues and establish a system of continuity amongst those mechanisms. As we move forward, let us be reminded that our partnership is built on trust, respect, and a shared vision for our people's prosperity and their well-being. I reaffirm once again the national government's unwavering commitment to helping and assisting the Bangsamoro government in all its endeavors as we continue with this important process not only for Muslim Mindanao, not only for the southern Philippines, but for the entire republic. So together, let us continue to build a future where peace, progress, and unity prevail. May our collective efforts to bring about positive change for the BARM and our nation be realized sooner rather than later. Inshallah. Maraming salamat po.
Yes po ma'am, yung ating Chief PNP po ay mas pinili na lamang po muna magtrabaho. In fact, over the weekend po ay kasama po mismo yung ating Chief PNP. Nag-ikot po tayo doon sa mga affected PNP personnel natin na naapektuhan po ng bagyo. Doon, yun po yung pinagkabisihan po ng ating Chief PNP over the weekend. Nagpahatid po tayo ng tulong sa mga pulis nating naapektuhan, particularly dyan sa Region 3. At kahapon po, nagtungo naman po kami sa Calabarzon at pinuntahan po yung dalawang pulis po natin na nabaril during police operation at dinalaw po niya mismo yan at personal po niya kinumusta yung kalagayan po ng ating mga pulis pati yung pamilya at nagpahatid po ng tulong. So ito po ngayon yung pinagkakaabalahan ng ating Chief PNP at mas pinili na lamang po niyang tutukan ito pong mga pangailangan po ng ating mga pulis at huwag na pong sagutin kung ano po yung mga issue po na hinaharap po ng ating bansa po sa ngayon.